There is a quiet truth that most people overlook, not because it is hidden, but because it asks something rare of you. It asks you to slow down. You move quickly through your days. Your thoughts race ahead of your steps. Your eyes scan, but they do not truly see. You pass by countless moments, untouched by them, as if life were something waiting further ahead. But it is not. It is here. It is now. Beauty is not reserved for distant places or perfect conditions. It is not waiting for you at the end of achievement or the resolution of struggle. It exists in the ordinary, in the unnoticed, in the silent spaces between your thoughts. Yet you must learn to look slowly. To look slowly is an act of discipline. It is a rebellion against the restless mind. It is a return to yourself. When you pause, truly pause, something shifts within you. The tension softens. The noise fades. And in that stillness, the world begins to reveal itself, not as chaotic and overwhelming, but as ordered, alive, and deeply connected. You notice the way light rests on a surface, the quiet movement of air, the rhythm of your own breath. These are not small things. They are reminders. Reminders that life is not against you. Reminders that you are part of something vast, yet grounded in this very moment. The Stoic understands this well, not as an abstract idea, but as a practice. You are not meant to chase meaning endlessly. You are meant to recognize it where it already exists. And so you begin here. You begin by observing. You begin by letting go of the urge to control everything around you. The world will unfold as it must. Events will rise and fall beyond your command. But your attention, your awareness, this remains yours. You can choose to see. You can choose to be present. And in doing so, you reclaim something essential, a sense of calm, a sense of clarity, a sense of quiet strength. So take a breath. Slow down your mind and prepare yourself, because what you are about to discover has always been there, waiting, not for the perfect moment, but for your willingness to notice it. You have been taught to seek more success, more recognition, more certainty. And yet, even as you gather these things, something within you remains unsettled. There is a subtle restlessness that does not fade, a quiet dissatisfaction that follows you, no matter how far you go. This is not a failure. It is a signal that you have been looking outward for what must first be cultivated within. The Stoic Path does not ask you to abandon the world. It asks you to understand it clearly, to see what is within your control and what is not. This distinction is where your freedom begins. You cannot control the behavior of others. You cannot control the unfolding of events. You cannot command the weather, the passage of time, or the opinions that surround you, but you can control how you perceive them. You can control the story you tell yourself. You can control the attention you give. And this is where beauty returns to your life. Because when you stop resisting what is beyond your reach, your energy is no longer scattered. It gathers, it strengthens, it becomes steady. You begin to notice things you once ignored, the quiet strength of endurance, the dignity in patience, the calm that arises when you no longer fight reality. Even suffering begins to change its shape. You will face difficulty. This is certain. Loss, disappointment, uncertainty. They are woven into the fabric of existence, but they are not your enemies. They are your teachers. When pain arrives, your first instinct may be to turn away, to escape, to distract yourself. But there is another way. You can face it. You can observe it without judgment. You can ask yourself, what is this moment asking of me? Not what it is taking from you, but what it is offering. Strength is not built in comfort. It is forged in the quiet decision to endure, to remain steady when everything urges you to react impulsively. And this is where discipline becomes your ally. Discipline is not harshness, it is clarity. It is the ability to guide your own mind rather than be led by it. When your thoughts begin to spiral, you do not have to follow them. When emotions rise, you do not have to surrender to them. You can pause, you can breathe, you can choose. And in that choice, you reclaim your power. There is a deep peace in this, a peace that does not depend on circumstances, a peace that does not vanish when challenges appear. It grows quietly, like a steady flame within you. And from this place, your perception transforms. You begin to see beauty not only in ease, but in effort. Not only in joy, but in resilience. Not only in moments of stillness, but in the act of persevering through chaos. You see it in your own ability to continue, to rise again, to remain grounded when everything feels uncertain. This is not weakness. This is strength of the highest kind, and it is always available to you, not in some distant future, but here, in this moment, if you are willing to look slowly enough to see it. There will be days when the world feels heavy, days when your thoughts are loud, your energy is low, and the path ahead seems unclear. On these days, it will be tempting to believe that something has gone wrong, that you have lost your way, that the calm you once felt has disappeared. But this too is part of the path. You are not meant to be untouched by difficulty. You are meant to be shaped by it. The Stoic does not seek to eliminate struggle. The Stoic seeks to meet it with composure. So when the weight presses down, do not rush to escape it. Stand still. Feel it. Observe it without adding to it. Your mind will try to amplify the moment. It will tell you stories of permanence. It will convince you that this feeling defines you. But it does not. It is passing. Like all things, it is passing. And in recognizing this, you create space. Space between you and the storm within. In that space, you find your center again. This is the practice, not perfection, not constant peace, but the ability to return, again and again. Return to your breath. Return to your awareness. Return to the understanding that you are not your thoughts. You are the one who observes them. There is great power in this realization, because once you see it, you are no longer trapped in every reaction. You are no longer carried away by every impulse. You become steady, not rigid, but grounded, not distant, but clear. And from this clarity, patience emerges. Patience with yourself, patience with others, patience with the unfolding of life itself. You begin to understand that not everything needs to be rushed. Not everything needs to be solved immediately. Some things must simply be endured. Some things must simply be allowed. And in that allowing, something remarkable happens. You begin to notice the quiet beauty even within hardship, the way you continue despite doubt, the way you adapt, even when you feel unprepared, the way you find small moments of stillness in the midst of chaos. These are not insignificant. They are evidence of your strength. You are stronger than your worst day, stronger than your most difficult thought, stronger than the fears that try to define you. And you prove this not through grand gestures, but through quiet consistency, through the decision to remain present, through the choice to respond with intention, rather than react without thought, through the discipline of returning to yourself, no matter how many times you drift away. This is your path, not a path of perfection, but of awareness, not a path free of pain, but one that transforms pain into wisdom. And as you walk it, slowly, deliberately, something begins to change. The world does not become easier, but you become stronger. The challenges do not disappear, but your ability to meet them grows, and through it all, beauty remains, not distant, not hidden, but woven into every moment you choose to face with clarity, courage, and calm. So now, return to where you began, not to the noise, not to the rush, but to this moment, to your breath, to the quiet awareness that has been with you all along. You do not need to search endlessly for meaning. You do not need to wait for life to become perfect before you allow yourself to feel at peace. You only need to see clearly. Beauty is not rare, it is constant. It is present in the simplest things, the rise and fall of your breath, the stillness between thoughts, the quiet resilience within you that refuses to break. But it reveals itself only to those who are willing to slow down, to those who are willing to look. And now you understand what that means. To look slowly is to live intentionally. To look slowly is to reclaim your attention from distraction and place it where it belongs, on what is real, on what is here, on what is within your control. And from this place, everything changes. You become less disturbed by what you cannot command, less shaken by what you cannot predict, more grounded in what you can shape. Your thoughts, your actions, your response. This is your power. Quiet, steady, unshaken. Carry this with you. When the world feels overwhelming, slow down. When your thoughts race, slow down. When you forget, return and slow down again and again. Because each time you do, you strengthen something within yourself that cannot be taken from you. A calm that endures, a clarity that guides, a strength that does not depend on circumstance. And in that strength, you will find what you were seeking all along, not somewhere far away, but here, in this moment, waiting for you to notice.